Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Well, it's time for another Tools and Tech Tuesday, and a couple of days ago, my iPhone 12 Pro Max finally came. And now, it's only been a couple days, and I've been feeling sick, so I haven't had a lot of time to actually play with it and give you a really in-depth review, but I thought we'd go through and just talk about my initial impressions. When comparing the size to the iPhone 8 Plus that I had, it was roughly the same size phone. Almost the same height, width, I would say even roughly the same thickness. Now, however, the screens are vastly different. You can see that they put the same things on the screen, they're just spaced a little bit differently. And in some cases, when you're looking at an email or a note or something like that, you'll actually notice that it actually has the same size font, but it might fit a few more lines. But in the case of the icons, you still get the same 6 rows with 4 columns. You just have a little more space in between than you do on the old one. The accessibility features don't seem to be any different, with the exception of the Face ID and attention entry. When you tap on that entry, you get 3 different options. First one is require attention for Face ID. The next one after that is attention aware features. And the final one is haptic on successful authentication. So what that last one is going to do is make it vibrate when it recognizes that it's your face that it's seeing. Now, I don't know if this can come across in the camera or not, but the iPhone 8 Plus definitely seems to be a little brighter, and I checked into things like the brightness and night shift and things like that, and the settings seem to be identical. So for whatever reason, the iPhone 12 Plus Pro Max definitely seems to have more of a yellowish tint on the white lettering for some reason. For people like myself using the phone as a magnifier, it seems to be able to magnify just about the same amount. Unfortunately, I was hoping that it would be more because the fact that this has a more powerful camera, but it doesn't seem to go zoom in any higher. And sometimes there are just those little tiny things that I can't see very well, and it'd be nice to be able to zoom in even more and see those really tiny things. So far what I'm liking about this phone is the fact that I like the bigger screen. I like that I have more screen real estate. That's a big plus for someone like me with low vision. I also like the flatter edges here. Instead of the rounded edges, I feel like it just feels more sturdy. I feel like I can get a better grip on it. One thing that I'm not really liking about this phone so far, and maybe I'll get used to it, is the Face ID system. Now, because of my vision, I'm more comfortable holding the screen closer to my face than probably most people. I think most people are holding their phone out here, where I like to hold it a little closer, and the problem is when I go to look at something, the Face ID system won't recognize you from this far away. You have to be holding it quite a ways back. And so it's taken me some time to get used to pulling it out and holding it this far away in order for the phone to unlock. I wish I could pull it out and look at it right where I'm comfortable and still have it unlocked for me. So I'm really liking the Pacific blue color on this phone. Unfortunately, when I ordered this case, it said clear case, and I didn't realize that it was going to have this white part here. And it was a clear case on a white background on the app, and so unfortunately, I didn't realize that it had that white part there. But that's okay. I do like the fact that when you put a MagSafe accessory on, such as this case, it pops up a little ring on the screen and makes a noise and lets you know that it knows what accessory you've attached to the phone. So apparently it can change the background color on the screen and things like that depending on the accessory that you've attached. But I could see it doing more things. Like, I could see maybe you put it into a cradle in your car and it automatically goes into like a CarPlay mode. Or I could imagine using it with accessories like those FLIR thermal cameras. Maybe pop this onto an accessory from FLIR and it automatically brings up that heat map picture app and all the different things that you would use with that FLIR camera. I think that could be pretty cool. Well, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the iPhone 12 Pro Max. We'll do a more in-depth video later. Maybe we'll compare things like photo quality, signal quality, processing speeds, things like that. But since I've only had it for a couple days and I've been feeling kind of sick, I kind of figured that I needed a little more time to actually get a more in-depth video out to you guys. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that I should include in my next video about this thing. Is there anything you want to know? Maybe I can find out. Thanks a lot for watching the video. See you next time.